Hey, Dr. Oz is running for the United States Senate in Pennsylvania. It looks to me like he's doing a great job. He has the endorsement of President Trump. And, well, we'll get to the debate they had last night. But first, and sometimes I meet MAGA people and they're like, wait a second, Dr. Oz, I mean, he's friends with Oprah. Yeah, friends with Oprah, okay, for many years. Hey, do you know who else was friends with Oprah? Donald Trump, okay? Millions of times these guys have hung out, been on each other's shows, all that stuff. And also, Donald Trump did not say no when, after he declared for president, oh yeah, back in 2015, would you like Oprah as your running mate? Listen to this.
Back in 1999, when you were thinking of running as the Reform Party candidate, you told Larry King that you'd consider Oprah for vice president.
I like Oprah. What can I tell you? She's
still on your short list?
No, she's great. She's talented. She's a friend of mine. She's a good person. I've been on her show. In fact, I was on her show her last week. She said, could I be on her show with the whole family? I like Oprah. I mean, is that supposed to be a bad thing? I don't think so.
So when you think about who the kind of people you're going to run with?
I think Oprah would be great. I'd love to have Oprah. I think would win easily, actually.
No, I think that's interesting. Look, I believe that Dr. Oz is MAGA. I believe that Dr. Oz is committed to President Trump. And he also has the contempt, the hatred, actually, of the media. They can't stand him because he's with Trump, because he's MAGA, and because Trump endorsed Dr. Oz.
By the way, I endorsed another person today, Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania. Dr. Oz, great guy, good man, Harvard educated, tremendous career, and they liked him for a long time. That's like a poll. You know, when you're in television for 18 years, that's like a poll. That means people like you, but he's a great guy.
Hey, and how about this?
This is one of the most critical primary elections in the country this year. And one of the reasons I'm doing it is that I know Oz so well, and I know how great he's going to be. And I also know he's going to do much better in the general election than just about anybody that you can even think of. The general election is going to be ultimately the key. You get the nomination, but then you have to win, and he'll do very, very well.
So here's what I think also is a badge of honor for Dr. Oz. As I mentioned, the media, they don't like him. Now, there was a big debate last night in Pennsylvania with his opponents. And guess what happened? The moderators and a lot of other journalists have been doing this. They refused to call him doctor. They refused to refer to him as Dr. Oz, huh? It was always Mr. I couldn't believe it. Listen.
Turning to you, Mr. Oz.
Directed at Mr. McCormick and Mr. Oz. Mr. Oz, we're going to start this question with you. Okay, Mr. Oz, I want to flip back to you really quickly. I do want to give Mr. Oz a moment, 15 seconds to respond.
All right, turning to you, Mr. Oz now. All right, thank you, Mr. Oz.
And it goes on like this. It goes on and on and on like this. What is their point? They just can't stand him. He is a doctor. He's not a he's a doctor. Let's go through it. His resume, all right? Yes, a biology degree from Harvard, a medical degree from Penn, an MBA, by the way, from Penn. What next, please? Residency in general surgery at Columbia University. Residency in cardiothoracic surgery with Columbia. 4 research awards. This guy is the real deal. Oh, hear more. Professor of surgery. Attending physician at New York Presbyterian Columbia Medical Center. He's developed numerous devices related to heart surgery. How about that? But he runs as a Republican with Donald Trump's endorsement, and they try to take all this away from him. Now, they can't, but they try to fool you. It's interesting. There's another person who actually is a phony doctor. Know who I'm talking about?
I have always loved the sounds of a classroom, the quiet that sparks with possibility just before students shuffle in, the murmur of ideas bouncing back and forth as we explore the world together. The laughter and
give me a break. We've all been to school. It's not like what you're talking about, Dr. Jill. She's not a doctor, but the media, oh my goodness, they fall all over themselves. She's a kindergarten teacher, not a doctor. And listen to the reverence. She insists on being called a doctor. Yes, ma'am.
And now it is time for Dr. Jill Biden.
Tonight's headliner, Joe Biden's wife, Dr. Jill Biden.
First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, who is in California today.
First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden.
Dr. Jill Biden making the case for her husband as Commander-in-Chief.
Dr. Jill Biden has said that she's really looking forward to this.
Tonight, Dr. Jill Biden's going to do something that really the American public have not seen.
Stop saying that. It's just a phony doctor they call a doctor. A real doctor they refuse to call a doctor. They call him Mr. Talk about fake news. Never, ever trust them.